Okay, there's no filter on here right now. Maybe I won't put a filter on today. I'll just go without it. You can clearly see the imagery everywhere. You can clearly see what I'm trying to show you people. Um, I got other shit going on. I'm going to run the camera through. There's mineral streeting the skies today. You can see the mineral streets everywhere. Um, Nothing unusual. You know, see them? See them streeting your skies every fucking day. Yeah, nobody wants to look. Just gonna mention real quick though, phone safety. The shit with Tesla that I was talking about yesterday. You know, that dude that I liked there, Clayton Morris, who I was making the Lawz Series out to. He did a big thing on Tesla, on Nikolai Tesla, a couple weeks ago, and and I was talking about everybody being plants. You know, you have all these plants. You know, whether it was Tesla or Einstein or Edison or they were all plants. And when you go look at the true creator's work and you see the system for what it is, and once you see that, and it may take a little bit of time, probably will. But what'll happen is you'll have an appreciation for all those bullshit stories and lies and understand why, because that's the biggest question everyone will have is, but why? Why would they lie to us about all these things, you know? Tesla didn't bring us shit. Tesla distracted us from reality, is what he did. Um, you know, they're all Freemasons. They're all connected. And, you know, they have different names for it, and they might not even be calling themselves Illuminati anymore. They may not call themselves, you know, the New World Order anymore. You know, they'll change their names up to keep things interesting. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's unfucking believable, the whole thing. Seeing it like I'm showing it to you right now and stuff, you know? I mean, that's why my camera's bouncing all over because I'm looking with my eyes and I'm seeing it everywhere. And I'm like, how could they still be missing this? How could everybody not be seeing this, you know? All right, let's see which way is everything moving. It's all moving that way, so um, I don't know. Maybe I'll put the red filter on. Just gonna run it without the filter. Fuck it. But Tesla, it was a bunch of shit, man. I mean, the magneto. I mean, he gave us an analog version of the true creator's energy. The real system. And we at one time had it. We the humans one time had all this technology, and it was taken away from us by humans. And the majority of us live as zombie slaves, and it's been that way for a long time. Don't know how many hundreds or possibly thousands of years it's been this way. And there's a lot of things that could be answered, but I'm only one person. Others have to come in and look and think. People have to go see this for themselves and start looking for themselves so that we can get to the bottom of all those other questions. I mean, the magneto and the alternator that came out of Tesla, but we had to deal with all kinds of conspiracy nonsense of being taken down false roads. That's why I mentioned the zero yesterday when I was talking about it. At any time, any of these geniuses could have came out and recognized the damage that zero was doing to us. It was a huge lie, just as big as a lot of the other lies, but like the outer space lie or the God lie or all these other large lies that have millions and millions of lies that trickle down from them. Um, yeah, I guess I'll just leave this going. I don't know. I just wanted to talk about that a little bit about Tesla because he was putting it on there. They're still going to town on the balloon thing and all that stuff. And then I heard Clayton Morris series show come by and talk about the Tesla thing and stuff like that and bragging up Tesla. And we should not we should not do that. None of these people in our history were heroes or anything like that. If you they give you your heroes, and then you're expected to you know bow down to them. Yeah, I guess I'll keep this going right there. Right? Do this. Yeah, I'll do that for a little while. If I think of what it was, I don't even remember what it was I wanted to say. I do. keeping a little bit of the tree in that corner. And that should be good. back to Tesla. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 70, 59, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, and then you got to go right to 111. You skip and you feel like you're going to be missing a whole bunch of math, right? So you feel like you're going to be missing all those zeros. You don't. You don't. I've been doing it for a couple of years now. Well, well over a year since I had my son's friends on the mission of doing it, because it just seemed to me, I'm not mathematical, and it just seemed like someone else would have figured this out by now, right? That's what I was thinking. So it cannot be possible that we could possibly go without zeros, right? But no, it's no big deal, really. It's no big deal. We would not miss the zeros at all. As a matter of fact, it'd be beneficial. And I've been taking the zeros out of everything else too. The clock, I took the zeros out of the clock. I've displayed that clock on my channel. It works fine, the 1 through 9 clock. It's not a 1 through 9 clock. It's 1 through 12 clock, but it doesn't have any zeros in it. So how did I do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. Yeah, and then it went back to 1 again. So yeah, so no more zeros. We don't need them. They're unnecessary. They fucked us all up. They confused everybody. Just another big lie among all the other big lies. Okay, so there's a lot going on over here. I suppose I could... Then again, right above our heads is nice and close to us too, so... Yeah. So they could have told us that at any time, but then when somebody tells you about it, you're all going to deny it. You're not even going to go look for yourself, not even going to consider it. You're just going to say, nah, this dude's a fucking idiot, man. You can't go without zeros. You can't live without zeros. It's impossible. And there's nothing impossible about it. It makes more sense. It actually makes more sense. It works. It's fine. We should have been doing it that way all along. So there's going to be a lot of fear in the idea that people would actually wake up to all these lies, because there's such huge lies and we've all been living our lives by them. So no matter what the religion, no matter what the country, no matter what the nationality, everybody's going to be similar in that way. Let's do this. Because they're all just different lies, So who's the biggest liar? I don't know that there is a biggest liar. If I want to put a nationality on it, I would probably say the white man is the best liar. If we're gonna put a color and a color on it, but then as far as nationalities go, there's a lot of white nationalities. So which one of those is the biggest liars? Probably. We've mastered it. We were not always the best, but United States is probably the biggest and best liars now. But at one time, it was, Britain for many years, and then the skin colors got lighter and lighter as we went around. But now we're about to go back to a Chinese rule. They're going to continue on with their bullshit stories about outer space and space aliens and all astronaut shit and all that stuff. They're going to sop up all your money that way. whether they do a reset or not, I don't think it matters to them. So if you got it in your mind, well, come on, Mike, why would they be spending all this money and doing all these things and going through all the trouble um, of dumbing everyone down and everything if they know they're going to do a reset anyway, right? Because they might just be doing a partial reset. In either way, I don't think they're allowed to give up. I think they have to continue on, uh, no matter what, right to the very end. And if they only do a partial reset, then that means that there'll be little groups of populations that will go underground, possibly, more likely than not, that those higher end humans will go underground. Um, because we're lied to about so many things, we don't even realize how many underground cities there are on this earth. That if all the top leaders, the top rulers, the ones that we cannot name, they have places to go, and they can take tens of thousands of them underground with them if they want. And then whoever is left up top, if it's a partial reset, there will be survival areas and stuff like that that'll come back. So you want to make sure all those people that are going to go and make it on after the reset, you want to make sure that they're really dumbed down to your liking. You don't want to start a new population back up with people who actually see reality and see things for what they are. That would be useless. That would defeat the purpose of doing all this. Um, I think it's pretty incredible when you look at the numbers, the human population that I was talking about the other day. I think that's another pretty amazing thing that no one ever thinks about, no one takes it into consideration. But the short amount of time that our population has grown as large as it has, when you go back to a billion people, because we can go back to, um, I was saying yesterday, who was I talking about? Da Vinci. When you go back to Da Vinci's time, at that time, I'm pretty sure, if I remember, it was in a book that I read, which I very rarely read, but it was in a book that I read, and I'm pretty sure that it was 2,000. It was, I'm sorry, 2 billion, 2 billion people on the earth during Da Vinci's time, 1.5, 2 billion, something like that. Yeah, it wasn't that many. No, I don't even think it was that many because they were. I'll get the book. I'll get the book. I still got it around somewhere, and I'll look it up and see what they were claiming there were for humans living on the earth at that time. No, it wasn't even in the billions. It was in a million here, a million there. They had it all narrowed down, a couple million in Asia, a couple million here, a couple million there. But it wasn't even up in the billions. So if you go back to that time period, why were there so few people, humans on the earth at that time? It's very strange. That was after we came back up from a reset. And then how long does it take after a reset? If it was a full reset, which it sure seemed like it was, if there were that few people left on the earth, it seemed like that reset was a big one. Um, so if we came back from that, it might have taken who knows how long, 500 years? Who knows? I don't know. Before populations could even start to gain some momentum. And then here we are, we get up to a measly 9 billion, because 9 billion ain't shit for the Earth's capacity, you know. Depends on who you listen to. You're going to listen to your fucking stupid scientists who are lying to you all the time, or you're going to go look for yourself? Because I'll tell you what, we're all crammed into towns and cities, and we're only allowed to live on certain little blocks of land, and we're only allowed access to certain areas of land. So we're not really allowed access to anything. It's like the humans don't have nothing. You're going by what you're told by the. I don't like calling it a world. That's why I don't say world leaders. I don't like calling them leaders because I don't look at them as leaders. The only ones we know of by name are not the ones that are at the actual top. We all know that and understand that. So wherever their orders are coming down from is not. It doesn't start at George Soros and Davos, and it doesn't start at those guys. It's about they're down below the main characters in all this. Maybe he calls himself or they call themselves Satan. I don't know. It's possible, but I don't have time to look into every little fucking thing. Everyone else has to come in too. And then once everybody's looking, then shit'll go a lot faster, you know? Okay, so where am I gonna aim this thing? I guess I'll aim it this way. They seem to be running that way. So let me check my time. 38 minutes, I think. Yeah, I'll just stay right here. Looks like it's running pretty good. 36 minutes, so just another 10 minutes on this video.